So, if you please start telling us a little bit about yourself and what you do here in photosynthesis.
My name is Ingrid, and I work at photosynthesis most of the time as a volunteer. I founded this organization 3 years ago as a volunteer, as a way to make the arts accessible to people.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Ed. I'm an arts facilitator. I've been working alongside photosynthesis for about a year. Find it interesting to come here every time and teaching back what I learned in the past, because there are so many people in the community who like to learn from us as well.
Okay. Do you think volunteering is giving your time away?
No. I think if you don't volunteer, you're wasting your time. Because it's the best school. You learn by practicing things that you would never learn in school. And for me, if I'm here, it's because I volunteered maybe for 10 years in different organizations, and I took a bit everywhere, and then you create your own life from what you learn.
And especially in this context of artistic jobs, how do you see artistic careers being possible with or without volunteering? Did you think that they'll be possible without volunteering?
Personally, I don't think, well, it depends. I don't know if I should say that, but if you have money and you can invest in your arts, or if you know the right people, or you come out from the best art school, it's easier. But if you don't, then you have to build up your portfolio, and by doing it you have to work as a volunteer, and then you build up your work, and then this is how you have some examples to show, and then you can get paid work if you don't have examples to show.
What do you think, Ed?
I guess volunteering is important because you get to know more about the practice. You need to be, on a daily basis producing work and learning from others. Being a volunteer means that you have to spend some time giving and taking, giving information that you know, the knowledge, the artistic knowledge, but at the same time you're learning from the professionals. And it depends on in what area you are working. Volunteering is interesting because I've been doing it for a while. And
for how long?
I lost track of time, to be honest, because I started with an organization called New Generation a long time ago. I was studying photography at the time, and then I went to university. And during that time, I learned a lot of things from other people who came on and off to the organization. So nowadays we can say, oh, I can teach something to the community, and the community will grow. The good thing about it is that, we've got people who come, commuters, they come along, they learn things and they go away. But the people who really appreciate the stuff, they stay, and then they develop themselves and they go into higher educations. And we have many cases of that, which is a good thing for us. So
it's like you plant a seed, and then in the future as well you can see how it grows.
It grows, and it's interesting.
I think by volunteering you kind of, like you say, you start volunteering and you are just a seed, and then at the end of your volunteering you are a flower. So you feel much more confident, and you just go with your life, and then you carry on volunteering and helping the others, and that's how society should be, giving and sharing.
Would you recommend to someone who just started his high school or her high school to start volunteering, or would you recommend that to be after they finish their studies?
I would recommend them to do it before and after. Some young people have told me that, and even us. When I was 18, I didn't know what I wanted to study, and I've been forced to go to university without knowing. What if you go and practice, you touch a bit of everything, and then you know what you like, and then you go and study it, so then you don't regret. If you come and volunteer here, what if you start to volunteer in a place not only you're going to learn about the skills about the job, but you're going to learn about yourself. And you're going to meet new friends, and you're going to gain so much confidence that you'll be able to use it in your life. Like, your work experience could be used as a reference if you want to apply for a job. For example, all the jobs that I managed to have, I had them because I volunteered. I volunteered for many years, and then by sticking to it, I learned so much that it's easier for the employers to employ volunteers because they're already trained.
As in the network it creates?
No, in the actual organization.
Okay.
Like I volunteered for IRMO, and then I was employed by IRMO. I volunteered at Photo Voice, then I was employed by Photo Voice. Same at photosynthesis, because then you're trained.
Yes. Okay.
So it's easier for them because they trust you. You've been coming. They know you. So if you really want to get to a job that you like, go and volunteer. You stick to it, and then you would get a job out of it.